Okay, are you a beginner?
No, you have to start that over.
No, I don't want to.
You have to.
I don't want to.
Come on.
I don't want to. Hi, are you a beginner to yoga? Do you not know where to begin if you're thinking of doing yoga? We're gonna help you today. We're gonna break it down a little bit, about a 20-minute video. So join us and hopefully we'll help you answer some questions about starting a yoga practice. The first thing you'll need to know is that you have to look at somebody really close like that.
It's not weird.
We'll see you on the mat. Okay, everybody, so we're going to start standing, and this is a beginner's yoga. How do I begin yoga if you want to start a yoga practice? Hi, David.
Hello.
Okay, so this is a very simple thing. We've really, it's not something to be overthought, basically. If you want to start a yoga practice, my advice is just get started. So really you just want to start moving your body and do things that feel good. And the basics really are, if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. So there's certain things just to remember while you're practicing, while you're starting something new, and that can be anything, doesn't have to be yoga. How does it feel? Does it feel okay? If something doesn't feel right, just don't do it. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet hip-width distance apart. And we're just going to bring the hands to the hips. We're going to move through some very basic yoga movements and see how we feel. So bend your knees and then straighten your legs. Bend your knees and then straighten your legs. Good. When you bend your knees, I'm laughing because David is a little bit stiff. When you bend your knees and you stick your butt out a little bit behind you, what does that feel like? Because when you're bending, David, you're doing this with your hips.
Oh, okay.
So put your butt back.
That feels weird to do.
Yeah?
Okay.
It's like sitting on a toilet.
See?
Well, I mean, or a chair. Do you want to say a chair?
Yeah, chair. That would be nice.
Why is that nicer? Who cares? Everybody goes to the bathroom.
I'm just saying.
Does anybody watching not use the bathroom? Thank you. Thank you. So hold it still,
Okay.
Lower the arms and shake out your wrists. Good. Bring your left arm up towards the sky, your other left. We're doing the opposite.
Sorry.
Bring your right hand to the hip and you're going to tilt your body to that right side. Good. How does that feel?
It feels tight.
Good. So in the movements, when you start to practice, just always ask yourself these same questions. How does this feel? What am I feeling? Can I breathe through it? If I can't breathe through it, that's a sign that I'm going too far in my body. Come up to center and bring the left hand to the hip. Right arm comes up, we inhale, and hinge the body to the left. So when I'm hinging, I want to squeeze my bottom. I want to bend sideways so I'm not going forward with my upper body. It's like I'm between two panes of glass. Okay?
Yeah.
David said, yeah.
David did say yeah.
Come up to center. Both arms reach up towards the sky. Good. Now look down at your feet. Make sure they're straight forward and straight back. We want to think about railroad tracks. Okay, so they're straight forward, straight back. Drop the shoulders down, grow the spine. This is called Tadasana, or extended mountain pose in some yoga traditions. And what we're trying to achieve here internally is movement of fluid in the body. Can you feel it? Mm-hmm. Coming out of your hands, moving down towards your shoulders. We're feeling it. I always think about rain sticks. You know what a rain stick is? Mm-hmm. You know what that is, David?
I do.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you very
that
much.
you know that.
We've been married a long time. I've been around a few rain sticks with you.
Okay. Lower the arms slowly and feel the blood travel now down towards the hands. Good. So it's also about getting to know your body and what's actually happening as you move your body. Let's walk to the front of the mat. Pull the shoulders up and back. Bring your hands to the hips. Shift your body weight from one leg to the other. So we're just feeling the weight transferring from one leg to the other. Many of us spend our time mostly on one leg and not so much the other. When we're standing, when we're walking, we favor a side of the body. So we're just trying to balance that out a little bit and feel the weight moving from one leg to the other so that the body gets used to having an even amount of weight on each foot and each leg. You get me?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Are you with me, David?
I'm with you. I'm always with you.
Cheesy David. Let's hold it still. Keep your hands on your hips. Shift your weight to your left foot and step the right leg back into a lunge. Okay, so most of us know what a lunge is, right? This is Kripalu style yoga, warrior one legs, meaning that the heel on the back foot stays straight. The back foot stays straight because that is going to translate up my right leg to keep my pelvis straight, and that's my goal. I want my pelvis to stay straight like headlights facing forward. Then my arms come out and up and frame the head. David had to cough. Is he okay? Do you think he's okay? Do you think he's okay? I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about him.
I'm good.
Now push your back heel down and keep your front knee stacked on that front ankle. How does that feel?
Ooh, I felt a stretch. Yeah.
Where do you feel the stretch?
Back leg.
And this is something when you're practicing yoga, you can also ask yourself, where do I feel this? How does this feel? Let the shoulders relax. Take a deep breath in. And now lower your arms down alongside your body. Good. Hands to the hips. Lean into the front foot and gently step the back foot forward. Good. Lower the arms down alongside and find that shifting of weight side to side again. So noticing anything different in the body, right? This morning I was teaching a yoga class and I said, this is just like when you go to the doctor, okay? When you practice yoga, when you do a yoga class or any kind of yoga movements, it's a time for you to really visit with your own body and say, okay, what's going on with me today? What am I feeling? Hold it still and bring your hands to your hips. The body weight shifts to the right foot and we step the left leg back into a lunge. Good. So we want to push into the back heel. The hips are squared. They're facing forward. We have these headlights. I want to see where I'm going. Shoulders up and back. What is that? What are you doing? I'm just showing them where the headlights are. He's like, let me put my headlights on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Take the arms out and up and frame the head. Drop the shoulders down. Front knee is stacked on top of that ankle, right? We want building blocks. We want to build a good, strong foundation. Now push more into the back heel. Drop the shoulders down, soften the jaw, and grow up through the crown of the head. Right? If I pull my head up to try and touch the ceiling, it's connected all the way down the spine to my tailbone. So you can feel that. It's subtle. It's very subtle, but if you really pull the head up, you can feel a little subtle stretch. Little and subtle. Lower the arms and bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath. Shift to the front foot and step the back foot forward. Good. Bring the hands into prayer. Good. So look at your feet again. Make sure that they're hip width distance.
Okay.
Now, one thing to remember too when you're starting a yoga practice is that you can use props, right? There's blocks, there's blankets, there's straps, there's walls, there's the floor. So just remember to use what you need in that moment. When we shift the body weight to the left foot, the right foot comes inside the ankle. Okay, so now I'm using the floor as a prop for my tree pose, but I can also put my back up against the wall here to balance if it doesn't feel right the way that it is here. The right foot can also slide up that leg. Avoid the knee, right? So we don't want to push into the side of the knee because that's a joint. We don't want to push it out of place. Or up above the left knee. Something just cracked on Mr. B.
I think I'll stay down here.
Option here to raise the arms up, shoulder width. Good. Shoulders relaxing, jaw relaxing, breath is deep. Now engage your left foot, push down with the foot, and lift your body up and out of your pelvis. Let your jaw relax. Good. Lower the arms and lower your right leg. Good. So in any of our poses, another thing to remember is that we're moving in two different directions a lot of the time, right? So the earth is pulling us down, but we want the sky to pull us up. We also want to try and expand out into the space around us, but also hug inward. So there's a lot of opposite things going on. Does that make any sense to anybody? Bring your hands together in prayer. David is officially lost. And shifting your weight to your right foot, bring your left foot into the side of your ankle. Good. So first we evaluate here. Does my foot want to stay down on the floor, or does it want to move up the leg?
Ooh. Okay. There we go.
When we're balancing, when we look at something that's lower than eye level, 10 feet or less away, staring at something that's not moving is going to be called our drishti, our focal point, and it's going to help us to balance. So we can try staring at something that's not moving, 10 feet or less away. The arms reach up towards the sky as an option, and remember you can always put your back up against a wall. Pull the spine up taller here. Activate the right foot, push down. Let the right knee stay a little bit bent. Pull a little bit longer out of the pelvis. Keep your left hip in line with the right. Notice your breath. Lower the arms and lower the left leg. Good. Shake out your body. Take a deep breath in. Let go of a sigh. Wow, that was good. So your arms come down, out, and up. We're going to inhale all the way up towards the sky. Bring your palms together in prayer. Lower down in front of your heart. Good. Inhale, open the arms out, up, and then palms together. Exhale down the center. Good. Inhale down, out and up, together and down the center. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, out, up, together, and then down the center. Good. Excellent. Come on down to your bottom. Make yourself comfortable. Another thing to think about when you're starting a yoga practice, some of it is going to be on the floor. So how are you comfortable being on the floor? Do you like to have something underneath you to help tilt your pelvis forward? If so, a blanket or a towel would be great. There's a lot of things to think about when you're starting a yoga practice, but try to relax as much as you can and just go with the breath and feel what the body is feeling. Take good care of this body. So we're going to take this right foot in and get it as close as we can here to the hip. Bring your left arm around the knee and take your right arm behind you. The right hand is supporting your body. It's like a second spine. So bring that right hand as close as you can to the back body. David's trying to figure out what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Close into the back body. So you want it to be a second spine. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So move it closer. There you go. Good. Now flex your left foot and point the toes straight up towards the sky. Grow the spine a little bit taller. Let's inhale here. And then exhale, find a deeper twist, but only if that feels okay. So twisting to the right. In a twisting position, keep your neck in line with your spine. Can you rotate your head to the right? Sure, But I would suggest only if your back and your spine feel flexible enough. So if you're twisting enough so that the turn of the head comes from the body rather than the neck, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. So let's come up with the arms, rise up with the body, and we're going to come to a counter stretch. So the hands to the other side. The right hip can lift a little bit off the ground, and we just do a little counter stretch. Soften your jaw. A lot of your practice is going to be about relaxing in the poses and breathing. Come back to center, float the arms up towards the sky, and bring the right leg out in front. Good. Grow the spine nice and tall, and lower your arms down to the sides. Take your left foot and bring it in as close as you can. How do you feel?
Good.
Good. Take the right arm and hug it around the knee. So here I am, I'm already twisting my body, but I want to encourage my spine to lift out of my pelvis, right? I don't want it to get all smushed and crunchy. So I want to lift up and then turn and bring the left hand behind to the floor. And this is my second spine. So I'm pushing the ground away. I'm propping my back up with my left arm. It has that support. If you have blocks that you like to use or maybe books at home, you can put your left hand on top of those things. Flex your right foot, point it straight up towards the sky. And if you're twisting with your head turning, just make sure it goes with the body. Breathing is key. Mindfully moving the body is also key. Inhale slowly with the arms up towards the sky. We lengthen. It's pulling us out of our pelvis and to the opposite side for a counter twist. You're doing a great job, David.
Thanks.
Very impressed with you. Left hip a little bit lifted if you'd like. Good. Back to center, arms up. Let's inhale and bring the left leg straight out in front. Good. Drop your shoulders down and lower your hands alongside your legs. Let the feet stay flexed. Body is tall, and then we're just going to walk forward with the hands to where we feel a stretch behind the legs, but also in the back body. You feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Do you love it?
I do.
Yeah?
I feel it. It's good.
Good. So I like how you have your knees a little bit bent, even though you probably don't mean to.
I have no choice.
It's good though, because it doesn't overstretch the backs of the legs. So if you are feeling flexible today and you want to come down a little bit more, you can also wrap your arms under your legs and then round your back here to get a stretch into the back body that doesn't overly stretch the backs of the legs. Good. Lift your head, hands releasing, and make your way onto your back body. Now David's going to do this, and I'm just going to sit here so I can instruct. So come onto your back. One of the most amazing things that you're going to find in your yoga practice is Shavasana. Learning how to do Shavasana really well is going to benefit you, and it's going to feel so amazing. It's going to tie the whole practice together, and it's going to make you want to just keep doing it over and over and over again. So I'm going to show you one way that you can do a Shavasana to just relax and rest. David's going to keep his legs long here, so straighten out your legs on the floor. This is the most common way to do Shavasana. Let your feet fall open. Beautiful. Let the palms face upward. Excellent. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. Beautiful. And then just take a deep breath in. Open the arms out a little bit more away from the body. Let the arms move away from the body a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You want the arms to be like the legs of a letter A alongside the body. And then notice what your jaw is doing. Let your jaw completely relax. You can part your lips just slightly. Let the lips part just slightly. And allow your jaw to sink towards the back of your skull. So the top teeth might then sit right in front of the lower lip if you allow your jaw to sink towards the back of the skull. And then breathe in and out, long, deep breaths. Feel the body completely letting go and able to let go, knowing that this floor is holding you and you really have nothing to do but just be here and let go. Trust that you are being taken care of and you can relax completely. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to leave David in Shavasana, and maybe you'd like to stay there too for another 5 minutes or so. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here, and we will see you for the next one. Be truly you. Namaste.